Denis Connerton, happy with that?
Delighted, Breffney, absolutely delighted to get to the county final. It's just a very big performance by those young men, and I believe, looking at them today, they deserved it, and we're delighted to be in it.
Yeah, the common conception seems to be that the best team won on the day, but you just seem to have that extra little bit of firepower, and your midfielders really rose to the occasion. The 2 goals both coming from your midfielders, Murad and forward, and a fantastic penalty from Paul Keaney as well.
Yeah, the 2 midfielders, they put in big performances in the second half today, and that was important for us. The water break came at the right time in the first half. We were struggling a little bit. Glencar were managing the game very well, and after that water break, I think we kicked 6 unanswered points, and that was a big period for us in the game just before the break, because it would have been disappointing with the strong wind to go in level at half time or just a point ahead, so that those points were very valuable.
Now, we've been chatting a good bit over the summer. I suppose we all reference a lot the game with Mohill back a few weeks ago, which was a massive turning point for the season. It's really inspired you to kick on to a level that people probably didn't suspect you had.
Yeah, well, we've kicked on. The players regrouped after that, and I'm always saying, without good players you never win anything, and those players have been outstanding. They've won those games by themselves. My influence is very, very, very little, and those players just have gone out and performed, and that's what it's all about, getting the best out of yourself, because these moments in time are very, very short, really short. You don't come around that often, so when they come around, they're precious. You must really embrace them and take them on and really give it everything you have.
There's an old saying in sport that you don't win anything with kids, but that's a very, very young side for the most part. There's a couple of old timers there, but there's a very young demographic in that dressing room that you have. What's it like to work with a group so young and so inexperienced and watch them develop into really title challengers now?
Yeah, well, they're coming from a very successful underage system, which has, serious work has gone on in St Mary's, and they're used to winning, and that winning mentality is with them. But it's very difficult. The big step up in football is from minor or under 20 as far as senior, because you have some outstanding footballers as senior. You have a lot of senior intercounty players you're coming up against. There's a lot of experience. There's a lot of really, truly great footballers playing. So that step up is huge for them, but they've worked very well. There's great experience in the team as well. Some of those older guys they're just making a bit of a laugh at time at the way they're playing. You wouldn't think that they were in their 30s at all. They're playing so well for us. You're looking at James Clancy, you're looking at Jonathan Cassidy, you're looking at these guys. They're just you think they ever come from the underage system as well, and the manner in which they're playing.
Of course, your backroom team, yourself, Anthony Conway and Fergal Reynolds, they've both been there as players. They've both won this competition on the field for this club. Is it important to have people with that kind of reputation from around the club involved with you when you've come in from outside the club? Yeah,
the 2 guys are, along with their great experience and great knowledge of the players, they're very intelligent men to be working with, and the amount of work to do away from the matches is huge. It's a massive amount of work. Anthony works so well with the goalkeepers, so he's a goalkeeping coach, and Fergal is he's on my right side the whole time through all storms and everything else that happen in football matches and in football pitches in the preparation leading up to it. But they're great help to us, and I have so many good guys in the backroom team helping out. It's great to have them, because you wouldn't survive in the modern game without so much help. It's no longer is it a job for one person. You're just, all I am here is the figurehead of this. That those guys are the guys that are doing an awful lot of the work.
You mentioned the word storms, and towards the end of that game there was a bit of a storm in a teacup, just on a free kick, late defending a free kick late in the game. And I suppose from a manager's point of view, you're looking at that you can't get involved, you can't really make much of an impact in it, but do you get frustrated watching your players maybe getting involved in that sort of stuff needlessly when you're comfortably ahead last minute of a game and potentially pick up a suspension for a county final? Yeah,
well, you're always hoping that they wouldn't be foolish enough to do that. They're young people, and it's not a game of perfect, and perfection in my estimation doesn't exist, but I thought they handled it quite well. There was a lot of frustration, from Manor and Manorhamilton. They're just getting a little bit frustrated themselves, and those things happen on a football field. But I didn't think there was too much to it, really. It was fine. The referee, Michael McGarrell, I think, did an excellent job in the game, and he's a top-class referee. And you come to Leitrim and you're looking at Leitrim club football and you're saying to yourself, this place is, the football this year in this championship, it has been so well run. It's been a credit to everybody involved with it, and I thought the management of that game today with the umpires, linesmen and Michael, I thought it was just top class today, and our little lads, they might have been getting a little bit excited near the end, but that's football.
What's changed about club football in Leitrim in the last 25 years?
Yeah, well, we'll go back 19 anyway, 2001 in that year. Football, what I had with Alan Gay's, I had an awful lot more experience at the time. Football hasn't changed dramatically. It's probably the teams are a little bit more defensive than what they once would have been. But they must remember that time, you had Armagh coming to the fore, and a lot of stuff that we get and a lot of the way manner in which football is played has come from a Northern influence, Northern Ireland influence. But it has changed from that aspect. Players are now much fitter than what they once would have been. They look after themselves better. They have an awful lot of help in backroom teams, nutritionists, strength and conditioning trainers. All of those things add to better performance and better speed of play. And I think it's a very good game at the moment. It doesn't need that much change. There's some aspects of the game you still wouldn't be crazy about, but in general, it's a very good game.
Finally, Mohill again in 2 weeks' time. We spoke about them already in this interview, but what do you do to approach that game, having already played them in the manner of the game a couple of weeks ago?
Well, we hope that we play a damn sight better than what we played the last time. I thought we were quite good in the first half. We got a very poor start in that game, but we came back into it well. But in the second half, we just didn't play. We got the initial first score the second half, and after that, we stopped playing. So we will have to come out and play. It's lockdown year and COVID year this year. So you just want to make sure that people have a good county final to look at. We want to perform to the best of our ability and make it a good county final. We don't want Mohill blowing us off the park in the manner in which they did. Only a few metres from here. In our own home pitch, they just blew us apart, and it was an embarrassing day for us all. These players regrouped after that. They had to, and they've really come to the fore. Some of the performances by them have been brilliant, and you just hope that there's one big hour left in us now.
Well done today, and the best of luck in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks a million, Breffney. Thank you.